What's up, guys? It's your girl Michaela, and I know that I have not really been consistent for about a year now, and I just have to be real with you. So many of my real friends and my family members even say when I'm online I don't really show the real me because I'm always acting so happy and kind of ditzy, I guess you could say. I guess on social media I put up this persona I'm perfect, I have this perfect life, but what you guys see is what I allow you guys to see. And I really feel like I should make a point of saying that because I'm not perfect. I do have flaws, and unfortunately when something negative happens in my life, you guys see it unravel. I get so happy when y'all don't see a lot that is actually happening in real life, in my life, because I'm still getting used to people knowing so much about me. And so, after my breakup with Nate, you guys know that, if you guys don't know who Nate is my ex-fiance. We were together for 3 years. That obviously was something that was really hard for me. And luckily I was able to make videos. I did a lot of content with one of my good friends, Jay. You guys know who that is. If you guys don't know, Monkey Boy. Anyways, but after that I got into another relationship, and when me and that guy broke up, it's just I just kept realizing I was going through these patterns within myself. I felt like every relationship I've been in, that guy was my whole world. I stopped everything, I became a new person, I evolved for them. And I feel like in every relationship I gave every guy 100% of me, and as I am growing as a person, I'm realizing that I shouldn't have done that. You never give somebody 100% of you, because then if they don't give you 100% of them, it's there's nothing really left for you, if that makes sense. And I realized that with every breakup I was devastated and literally falling into a depression, and I really had to get help. And I've been going to therapy, and not even just therapy, there's so many things I've been trying to do to figure out the root cause of how I was feeling. Because I'm not gonna lie, this last breakup that I went through, it was really dark for me. I fell into a depression from November 2020 to about honestly February 2021. It's March, by the way. So I felt, and when I say into a depression, it wasn't just sadness. And clearly, I already suffer with chronic depression. When you give so much of yourself to people, and once that situation's over, I guess you could say, whether I've had a lot of people come into my life and leave my life, and I guess that's kind of a trigger for me. I don't want to get too much into depth of what I've been through, but basically my best friend died when I was 17. My best friend was literally my world, and he was murdered when I was 17. And then my childhood sweetheart dying, and so many of my friends, Lacey, Dow, just a lot of people that I grew up with just passing, where I couldn't after so many deaths I feel that I've been through, and then so many people leaving my life and traumatic experiences I've been through, I feel it kind of caused me to have codependency issues. Because growing up I never really got close to people, and if I did, it's I gave them my whole heart. I just feel with my last relationship, I guess it did something to me where I don't know, my heart just couldn't take it anymore. Just like people coming into my life and hurting me in some type of way, or things not working out in some type of way, and realizing like this is it, you know? So that was really hard for me. But what helped me get out of that depression, honestly, was just like reading self-help books, praying, going to therapy, and getting to know other people. Cause like, I feel like it's a known thing. Michaela doesn't really have friends. Like Michaela never had friends. So I made it a point to like try to get to know other girls, start traveling. You know, I went to like just different states. I went out of the country. I started like booking, like I never did a music video before. Like recently I did a music video. You know, I just started trying to do things that I usually wouldn't do. You know, like I started e-commerce modeling. I started like taking my other businesses more seriously, my music more seriously. But don't think because tears are coming out of my eyes that I'm sad. It's just obviously a really hard topic to talk about, but a lot of people kept asking like, why haven't you been consistent on YouTube? Where's the music? Like, you know, like kind of like asking why I haven't been consistent. And honestly, it's just because I have been depressed. It's something I'm still working on. I'm not completely healed, but it wasn't even just about like this breakup that I went through. Like, and I obviously have to address it. It wasn't just about that. It was just like, I realized I had codependency issues where, you know, if I love somebody, I love really hard. If I love you, I will do anything for you. And the fact that like, I had to realize like, just because I love that way doesn't mean other people love that way. And I have to be okay with being by myself. So this is the very first time that I've ever lived by myself. And that was so scary for me, you know. And the longest I've ever been single was like, what, 6 months? Ever, since I was 17. Longest I've ever been single. I've never been single for a whole year since I, you know, was like 17 years old. So it's all new for me. And like I said, I'm not perfect, you know. In any of my relationships, I will say like, this is the first time I realized what's toxic about me and what also are toxic traits in other people, to like kind of like know to stay away, or at least know my boundaries with people. Because I feel like it's just, I don't ever want to go back to that place ever again. And it has nothing to do with like people being bad or negative people in my life. It's more like, I just have to be careful now about how I love and who I love, and I guess boundaries with other people. But I just wanted to give you guys a little like, I guess, life update. I want to end this on a positive note and let you guys know like I have been you know, working on a lot of amazing things. I will be posting more on here. I'm gonna make it a point to do that, but I want you guys to understand, like, just because I'm not as like in a dark place as I was a couple months ago, I'm still healing. So with that being said, like, I'm just working on my mental health right now, taking everything like day by day, and I hope that you guys still support me and realize, like, even though it's taking a lot for me to even do this video right now, that you just hopefully understand me better and understand that I really do appreciate all your love and support. And if you guys are going through a dark time, it does get better. I will say that this is the longest, like, I'm not gonna lie, like 3 months of being like deeply in a depression where it's like you see everything through like I don't know how to explain it. Like for 3 months straight, it's like I would wake up and cry and want to be asleep and like just not really want to be here. And I don't want to feel like that again. So I know there's other people out there, like maybe you're watching this and you feel like the same way I had been feeling. And you know, even right now talking about it kind of makes me sad. Like I still am depressed. Don't get me wrong, I'm still depressed right now, but it's manageable. Those 3 months, I don't know how I did it, but you could do it. And that's why I'm making this video, to let you guys know, like, you could fight through your depression if you're depressed or going through a situation that's making you sad. Things will get better, and I believe that you just have to work on feeling better. I felt like the more I just sat in my bed and felt sorry for myself, it kind of like just made things worse. And one day I was just like, you know what? I had a girlfriend that invited me to Atlanta. I was just like, I'm going to Atlanta. And I started like talking to other people, meeting new people, and realizing that like life does go on. But something I'm working on. I just want to be open about it, and I really appreciate those of you who do understand. Those of you who didn't realize like what I was going through, because clearly like a lot of things, I feel like even though I am a public figure, I also feel like there's things that need to be private. I will say that for those of you who are asking like, oh, what did your ex do to make you feel that way? Like, my ex is not a bad person. I feel like we all make mistakes. I'm not gonna put like what necessarily happened in my breakup like out there, but I will say that I wish him nothing but the best. I wish him success. I wish him happiness. And I hope one day we could be friends. But until then, I'm gonna just keep pushing, and I just had to be real about that. And honestly, when you guys see this video, it's gonna be way past this date. Like I'm already gonna be healed by then. So I'm not fully healed, and that's why like I'm not trying to date nobody. I'm not trying to you know, just jump into a relationship or anything like that. I'm just working on myself, and that's really it. So I hope you guys kind of understand me better after this life update, and I'll see y'all next time, because there will be a next time. I'm going to start posting more, and remember, you a boss. Bye.
I'm tired of the games, I'm tired of the games that you played, you were never true. I took all the blame, and you should be ashamed, cause the way it ended is too. I did everything for you.